Hey Daniel, we got a problem with this car over here.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, right here. Look at that, that's way out of whack. Yeah. Push the door up and down. Look at that. Oh my God, it's about to break. Don't, stop. We're gonna fix that today. We got all the DeLoreans here. They're staying in this car. It's my car. Evan's car is out there. This is my buddy Brett's car. We're gonna fix this up. Get it looking awesome. Real secure type of stand. Used in the film industry. But it's gonna work perfect for this. You have the door propped up on a C-stand, a tennis ball, so we don't scratch anything up. And so we can take the strut out. All right, so the first step in removing the T-panel is you gotta peel back the weather trim that's here, the outer weather seal. And you'll find a screw here, here, and here. It's just 3 screws along the back of this. They're underneath the weather stripping, so peel it back, take those off, do that on both sides, and then we're gonna go around the back and remove the ones on the back. All right, so here's the 3 screws on the other side. So we're just gonna remove those 3. One here, and one there, and then we'll be ready for the back. Once you do the 6 screws up front, you come back here, come up under the louver, and we're gonna remove these 3 screws here. 1, 2, 3. It looks like one's already missing over there, so we only got 2 to remove. You got these little finishers here. Those just pop right off to reveal the screw, and that's what's clipping the T-panel on right under that. So once we get this off, this will slide out and the T-panel will be free, and we can carefully remove it. All right, now that those screws are out, we can come in here. And what you wanna do is you kinda wanna push the top forward to clear those little clips up there. So you see there's one little metal clip there, so you push it forward and out, just kinda rotate it. Rotate it, there we go. There's like a motion like this, out. All right, so we removed 3 screws on this side, 3 screws on that side, the ones under the weather stripping, the plastic finisher on the back, and now the T-panel is really just ready to come off. It's like super sharp. Last time I did this, I cut a big gash out of my finger trying to wrestle it out. So I'm gonna try to be careful with this one here. You see it's really not being held on by much.
Yeah, you're good.
There we go. Oh, it's still hanging on a little bit by some of that tape. This front lip tucks under the windshield finisher. So there you go, that's it. The super sharp part of this cutting the shit out of people is right here. It's so sharp that you don't even feel it when it cuts you. You just notice by the blood. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and now that the T-panel's off, we're gonna go ahead and remove the screws in this panel. We're not gonna remove this panel, but we're gonna undo the screws down to about this one here so that we can just pull the panel back a little bit to get what we need to get to. One of the screws is shared by the T-panel there, so that's already gone. And we got one here, here. So we'll do that on both sides so that we can pull that panel back just a little bit to gain access to the tub where we're gonna be working on that sucker right there. All right, so we did that on both sides, over there and over here. And now you can see that the panel is, you can pull it up, and there's a fiberglass finisher that runs here down to about here, and then it's taken over by this next one here that follows the door down. So it's from, you can actually, I can see the seam there, probably can't see it on camera, but from here all the way up in this channel, it's an L-shaped finishing plate. So we're gonna remove that. It's riveted in. See if I can get it. You can see the rivets right there. There's one up here, covered with a little bit of glue. So we're gonna go ahead and get the drill. We're gonna drill those rivets out, and then we'll be able to pop this up. Oftentimes there's glue under it, so it might be, it might fight us a little bit, but we're gonna work through that. All right, so I drilled out the rivets in this finishing plate. Luckily, it didn't seem stuck down too bad by any glue, so I'm just gonna try to work it loose. There's a little bit of RTV up around the roof box, as most cars have. There we go. So just gonna work it. There we go. Work it, girl. There we go. So see, and it's kind of trapped under this panel as well, so we're gonna have to kind of wriggle it out of there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and remove this because also that's kind of in the way. I've just been a little bit nervous to mess with this one so far because it's far worse than any I've encountered so far. I've done this job on 3 or 4 other cars. So let's go ahead and grab a 17mm wrench and pull that out. You see that? Threads look okay, so I think I could clean this up on the polishing wheel and hit it with a little trim black. This will be all right. Let's get back to that finisher. You have to kind of pull this panel back. That's why we undid these screws. And we should be able to just sneak this out. Let's get a little extra pull on it here. Looks like we have a path to victory. There we go. That's this piece. We'll probably clean this up, hit it with a little trim black. You can see where that's been wearing on this. Normally this hole is circle, but that bent stud there, it's been it's not good. It's not good. That's why we're doing this. It's gonna be better when we're done. Oh yeah, look, the fiberglass tub is completely splitting right here. You see that? So that means we're gonna have to go grab some resin and a little bit of mat, and we're gonna have to do a repair here. That's okay. I kind of knew that was the case on this side. Yeah, that was ready to go anytime, and you would have caused some real damage to the stainless steel panels and the groove in the door and all that. If that had broken free and the strut had come out and the door shut on the strut, it would have bent all this up. So make sure you watch out for this on your car as they age. Most cars I look at have a little bit of bend in this one. This one was particularly bad. But if that is bent, make sure you get it taken care of. We did the same thing over here. We drilled these rivets out, pulled the finisher back by pulling the panel back just a bit so we could get in there and pull that out. And the next step is actually to remove the rear headliner. So there's a couple of screws back here that you gotta remove, and you may end up having to remove the seatbelt bolt just to pull this panel back a little bit, but I'm gonna try to avoid that if I can help it. But there's a screw right here and one on the other side. We're gonna take care of those. Okay, so we took those out. We're gonna go ahead and pull off the inner door seal. Just pull it down a ways. We'll probably have to get, this might be coming off. Sometimes you'll have to get the heat gun and free this. It looks like somebody's already been in here and this is all the adhesive has been removed. So we might be, yeah, we could probably get that headliner out without removing the seatbelt bolt. So I'm just gonna unwrap it as carefully. We're gonna have to use some Super 77 or some Foam Fast 74 on this to re-adhere it once we're done. So we don't want to tear it up too much. So I'm gonna stop recording. I'm gonna just peel this back along here so that we can free that headliner. You see there's the clip that holds it, and there's the corresponding clip on the other side. Okay, so now we've removed the seatbelt bracket and bolt. We can pull this back, and we're gonna come in here with the Dremel. We're gonna cut a channel probably from about here all the way up to about here, because the new bracket we're gonna use is a lot bigger and spreads out the load across a larger area. So it replaces the smaller bracket with a bigger one, and we shouldn't see that mess, the broken fiberglass there, ever again. All right, so now we've cut the channel in here. There it is. So once we undo this, the plate that's on the inside here will fall out. So we're gonna go ahead and undo that now. Look at that. So that plate, and then the one inside, pull out of the channel and cut. There we go. And that bolt is just seared off in there. It was actually already broken before we even started. And you can see the damage to the fiberglass here. That's just all kind of chewed up. You see that? That's all that was holding the strut there. Look how sunk in it is here and pulled out there. Terrible. All right, so here's the first look at our replacement plate. It's stainless steel, and we have the original backing plate here, plus this one and this one. Those are two extra redundant ones. above and beyond what the car has from the factory. So we'll put this one in. Those other backing plates are going to go up into the channel. These back ones, like this one here, and this one, and there's one like with a little washer on it. Those are going to go up in the channel and bolt to this. So it's going to sandwich that whole section and make it really, really solid right in here, just like that. The new mounting for the ball stud, just like so. And it'll never ever break again. So let's get started on that. So getting in here to clean this up, this is definitely the worst I've seen. I was just trying to clean everything up, and basically the fiberglass there just crumpled in my hands. Luckily with the new bracket, it won't affect our install, but you can see this is where the bracket would be, and check out where that bolt would be mounted to. There's just nothing left. Luckily with the new plate, it's gonna cover that whole area. It's gonna have mounting points that go all the way down into this area that's unaffected, and all the way up into here. So we can still fix this, and we're gonna put a little resin on it as well once it's all done, so it'll seal up nicely. But yeah, you can see how dire a situation this car actually was in. All right, so here we are with the new plate installed. You can see it spreads the load over a much farther distance. We cut the channel in here, so there's backing plates inside there. Reinforce the whole thing. Of course, we're gonna clean this whole area up and make it look nice. But that's that. So this is the new mount. That ain't going nowhere. All that broken up fiberglass, all 40 years of stress gone. Now reinforced with a stainless steel bracket. Looks amazing. And it's a lot of peace of mind for the owner for sure after this. All right, so back on the other side. This one is in far better condition than the driver's side was. This is more likely the condition that you're gonna encounter. It makes the whole thing a lot easier because we can use these two holes, existing holes, to line up our new bracket. And of course, the added extra ones, the extra backing plates, this one and this one, of course, is why we cut the channel. There we go. So we'll be able to add those, make a really strong connection. Like I said, this side wasn't like the other one, but you do both while you're in here. All right, reassembly is going well. These re-riveted back down. Headliner's going back in. You can see our nice stainless steel plate right back there. And once all our weather stripping goes back on and everything's buttoned back up, this car will look good as new. All right, the whole thing's back together now. We see this is nice and straight. We can wiggle the door. No flex in it at all. The only thing left to do is clean up some of this glue and do the outer door seal again. Vacuum it out, of course, if it's a messy job. While we had this all out, we just put in new seat covers as well. Still got to put the seat back in over there. We recovered that today while we were doing all the work. Evan, how's it feeling over there?
Comfortable?
All right, so we finished up with this. Solid, everything's back together. Seats are in, did both sides. Solid as a rock up here. Nice stainless steel plate back behind there. The doors are nice and healthy now. No more sag from the bolt, and now both doors open to the same height, perfectly even. Remember how this one used to sag like a good few inches because of the ball stud there. Yep, no, it's a lot better. And you don't have to worry about it breaking. You give those seats a little time in the sun, they'll break in nicely.